Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
Why, hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is the second annual episode, and guess what? We only have the two of us again this week. We're actually missing a member. There's just a computer there. Just kidding. He's here. Welcome from the Charlotte Hornets, Colin Sexton. Yeah. Well, that's actually not Colin Sexton from the Hornets. If you know who Colin Sexton from the Hornets is, he's a basketball player, a point guard for the Charlotte Hornets. He's pretty good. But Colin over here, his real name is Colin Sexton. We don't know if he's named out. Are you named after?
Of course not.
We're related.
Of course not.
Not related.
Not in any way, at least
Well-
that I know of.
Well, I'm the host, Nathan Creasy, along with my two co-hosts, Adam Pack, Colin Sexton, and we introduced ourselves last week. But Colin, let's get to know you. Just introduce yourself a little bit.
I'm Colin. I'm a media major here at Iona. Yeah, that's basically it.
All right.
I don't know.
Great guy.
a great intro.
Just a great guy. So we've got a stacked episode today, and since it's all three of us, it's going to be even more exciting than last week. We're going to start with the elephant in the room, the Super Bowl, which is this Sunday, February 8th, 6:30 p.m. between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Going to be a banger. It's in San Francisco, and we're going to start with that. I want to talk first, just as a generalized question. We can start with either one of you guys if you'd like. I'm going to start with the Patriots. What do they have to do if they want to win this game?
I think their offense definitely has to improve because it has struggled the last few games. But Drake May definitely has that upside to, I think, in my opinion, throw for 300 yards. He's the dual threat, like we said last week. He can run it in. I think he can throw for multiple touchdowns. Obviously, the Seattle defense is very strong, but they do have great weapons like Diggs. It's going to be tough for him against that secondary, but I definitely think the offense needs to shine to beat the Seahawks.
Absolutely.
Yep. I believe that this is a pretty evenly matched defensive game. It's the second best defense and the fourth best defense in the league this year. So it's pretty evenly matched overall. The offense is definitely a little bit, I would say the Seahawks definitely have the edge with JSN. He's definitely the best receiver in the league this year, you know.
Yeah.
And I like the comment about the 300 yards because Drake May this year has only broke 300 yards one time. He's only broke it one time in the year. So that would be pretty interesting to see if he does break 300 yards in the
especially
Super
against
Bowl.
that defense.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. I will say though, if it's an offensive shootout, if they're going back and forth, I think the Patriots can really only hang on and hang around for so long. You know, if we go like start the game, touchdown, blah, 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 it'll get to a point where the Patriots just aren't able to respond. And I just don't think that's a realistic version for them to win the game. I think their defense has to come through. And personally, I think they need probably a couple turnovers that especially put themselves in a good position to score offensively, because we saw in the Denver game, the only way they scored a touchdown was after a fumble that put them set up like at the Denver 10 is already first and goal. And then they run it in a couple plays later. And you may say the conditions, of course, but the first half was perfect conditions, and they didn't do anything really in the first half when they had a long field to go. So I definitely say they need to force turnovers. How important is the defense going to play for the Patriots here?
I mean, I think the Seahawks at least will definitely get some turnovers, 100%. Even the special teams with Rashid, he might get a kick return. He's going to be good the whole game. I mean, he's fast as you can be for a punt returner, kick returner. So I think the Patriots are going to have to come up with some massive stops. I think a key point is going to be Christian Gonzalez, that cornerback. That matchup, JSN, him, it's going to be a huge matchup. If he can lock him down, we'll maybe see a whole different game.
Yeah, it's a key matchup, definitely the biggest of the game.
I got a sneaky pick. I think AJ Barner is going to shine.
You're high on AJ.
I'm sorry, I'm high on him from Michigan. Like I said last episode, it's great tight end school. I think Christian Gonzalez is gonna play really good defense against JSN. So that's why Barner's I think he's gonna be a sneaky pick. I'm gonna pick him to score a touchdown for Seattle. I could see a little in route, little slant, when they're in the red zone. To
I think
AJ
we're gonna
Barner.
have a high run game. I
Yeah,
think that's what we're
definitely,
gonna see. 'Cause
definitely.
we have two very strong teams with two very strong running backs, at least this year.
Yeah, and I think the thing when it comes down to Kenneth Walker stopping him, I think you kind of have to understand that he's Kenneth Walker, and you gotta understand that you just have to limit him to he's gonna get big plays, 20, 30-yard runs, but you gotta limit those huge runs that gets him down into the red zone or maybe even into the end zone. You just have to limit him as much as you possibly can, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the run game is going to be important for both teams. The Patriots have a great dual running backs in Stevenson and Henderson, who have shown throughout the season, they can shine. And like we've said, Kenneth Walker has really, had a great season this year. So I think the run game is definitely going to be important for both teams, if they want to win.
100%. We're gonna flip over to, if you're looking from a Seahawks point of view, what do they have to do if they want to take care of business Sunday?
I think they're the more complete team overall. I just think that team is way more talented than the Patriots. I think their defense is better. If not, they're just as good. Obviously, we've talked about JSN. I mean, the dude's so good. He's going to win Offensive Player of the Year, I think. He's so explosive, led the league in yards, I believe. I mean, it's going to be a real tough time for the Patriots. We'll see what Christian Gonzalez can do. But, I think that Seattle team just is more talented at the end of the day.
I'm really looking for just Sam Darnold not to play like the Jets Sam Darnold that we saw against the Patriots however many years ago. He has looked good in the playoffs. I'm not going to lie. That Rams game, he looked like a pretty just upper average QB. Like, he looked good. He looked solid.
Yeah,
I have faith in him now. I'm not going to lie. I did not have faith in him at least the start of the playoffs. Now I have faith in him. I think it's going to be a fine game from him.
Yeah, it's a quarterback matchup we didn't expect to see in the Super Bowl, and it's a matchup in general. I don't think
Yeah,
anyone
no one. I didn't expect this.
expected to. Yeah. I will say though, if the Seahawks they can't take this lightly. I'm sure they're not going to, but they have to kind of understand the circumstances that the Patriots know that they've kind of gotten away with not playing their best football throughout the first 3 rounds. I think, especially against Denver. So the Seahawks just have to know that the Patriots are going to come out with 10 times more intensity and super hungry on both ends of the field. I do want to talk about Drake May, and just you compared Drake May the other night to Joe Burrow. I want you to go into that a little bit.
I'm not saying skill set wise, Drake May he's definitely not no Joe Burrow, but when we're looking at it, Joe Burrow, when did he make the Super Bowl? Second year. He had a pretty good, all-around team, but their team wasn't fantastic in any measure. I mean, he was fantastic in my opinion, but I think Drake May's a really good quarterback, obviously. He's above average in the league. But the team overall, I mean, they have a really good defense, but they're lacking in some areas, definitely. They're not all around strength-wise like the best. So I'm wondering if we could see a whole next year, it's just a fall off of the Patriots, and they're not going to be as good because they're going to have a hard schedule. They're not going to have the cakewalk schedule that they had this year.
Yeah, I definitely think it's an interesting take. I would say I think it's 2 different situations. I'd say Burrow doesn't have as good of a coach and as good of a defense. And Burrow did. I mean, the next year he made it to the AFC Championship, so he obviously had that chance to get right back to the Super Bowl. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard to do that. There's 30 teams in the league. It's hard to get to the point where we're at right now. But yeah, it's an interesting take. I'll say that. So obviously, this game Sunday, it's in San Francisco. It's going to be a good one, and I want to talk about kickers. Do we think kicks could come in to play? Missed kicks, because we've seen missed kicks from. Please, hopefully, I'm saying his name right. Borregales of the Patriots. Last week, I said the pass kicker because I knew his name, but I didn't know how to say it. Hopefully, I said it right. But also, Jake Myers, he's had a nice year. But do we think, obviously, it's a pressure of the Super Bowl. Do we think that there might be, big misses?
I don't know. It's so hard to tell. I think in the NFL generally, you got to bank on the kickers to make the kick. I mean, obviously anything can happen, but I think it's pretty tough to say. Obviously it could come down to a missed field goal. We've seen so many games have that happen. But I mean, I think it's hard to say. I think both kickers are definitely strong. Like I think they've had good seasons.
Yeah, they're solid.
So
I wouldn't say this is no Packers Bears
Yeah.
situation where the Packers lost because of their kicker
Yeah.
alone. I mean, he missed an
Yeah.
extra point and 2 field goals, and they lost just because of that, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I would agree, 100%. But yeah, and then of course there's some receivers. Obviously, you mentioned Barner, the tight end. You have a sneaky pick for him to score a touchdown. Who's the sneaky pick for the Patriots to score a touchdown?
Honestly, I would say both the tight ends.
really,
Honestly,
I like the tight ends too. I could see Stephon Diggs having a good big game.
Diggs
That'd be
Diggs
huge.
could show up. I could
Yeah.
see Diggs showing
I
up.
could see
Honestly, with the Patriots team and this offense that they have, I could see anybody just showing up and having a crazy game.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Booty gets a touchdown. Yeah, that great one-handed catch against Houston. I think he's gonna get another one. And I
Shout
think
out
it's-
Aiden Garrity,
Shout-
H-on Booty.
Aiden Carey. So obviously, the Seahawks, they had the bye. They've gone through 2 games, and the Pats have gone through 3 games. Do we think maybe there's any sort of wear down on the Pats more, or do you think the rest is good enough?
I mean, they get the 2 weeks for the Super Bowl. I mean, they're all prepared as they can
Yeah.
be. I don't see the time like affecting them at all, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My personal opinion.
Neither do I. I agree.
Yeah. And then, of course, the running back, you mentioned the run game earlier. Stevenson, could he play a huge part if he has a game like he had against Houston?
I mean, he could, but also like we could see a last year Stevenson and he could fumble the ball 3 times in the game, and then we could see catastrophe with him. For me, he's so on and off. Like he's just had such a good year this year, but I know him as the guy who fumbles a lot. So I mean, he's such an if.
Yeah, I feel like he's been
He's so
inconsistent.
iffy for me.
Yeah.
Definitely. And what's the use we think? How often and how will they use Henderson?
I think Vrabel overall is going to play a very safe game. I don't think they're going to take a lot of risks. I think the Seahawks will definitely take more risks. I feel like with the young coaching, Vrabel's very experienced. He likes to play the run game. He likes to play safe. I mean, they're going to use them equally, I feel like. Maybe if one's hotter, maybe they'll keep with them, but like overall.
Yeah.
Yep. Now I want to do some predictions. I want to predict what the score is going to be at halftime and the final score. Adam,
Halftime.
let's start with you.
I'm going to go at halftime 13-7 in Seattle. And final score, I'm going to go 24-13 Seattle.
That sounds pretty accurate. I think it's more likely, I feel like, to be a low scoring game. I
Yeah,
feel like
Definitely with both defenses, I mean, it definitely could be high scoring too, but
it could be similar to last year's. Obviously, last year was a blowout. The Eagles scored 40 points, and they shut down the Chiefs defensively. That was a pretty rough Super Bowl to watch from a neutral fan's perspective. But Colin, what about you?
I think we're going to have a very neutral, just 10-7 halftime Seattle. I think Seattle is going to be leading the whole game. I think it's going to be a final score of 24-17 was my pick. I could see the game
Close.
maybe going out of hand and Seattle gets a few more. Like they maybe get 31, but I don't see the Patriots in my eyes breaking 20. I just don't see it with how good the Seahawks defense is.
yeah. And then their offense hasn't been good the last few games. I think it's going to be hard for them to like break out against a Seattle defense. So
Yeah, I feel like they have to string together long drives. They have to wear down Seattle's defense, and as I said earlier, their defense has to give their offense opportunities. Whether it's forcing a turnover that gives them a good opportunity, or getting a defensive score, that'd be a game changer. Like they had a pick 6 against Houston. But for me, I'm gonna say at halftime, I'd say 14-6 Seahawks. No touchdowns in the first half for the Patriots, and I'm gonna say. Final score, I think the Seahawks have a huge second half. They pull away with it, and they win 31-16. I'll say 16.
all right.
I think the Seahawks, I know like it might be low scoring, but I feel like the Seahawks could have a huge offensive performance.
Yeah.
And I think the Pats ultimately can hang around for a good amount. I feel like there will be a point in time in the game where the Seahawks get, a huge turnover or like a huge deep ball or a huge run from Walker. And they either maybe pull away late third quarter or they pull away early fourth. And it's kind of just an uphill climb for the Pats. I think it'll be an uphill climb the whole game, but you never know. Obviously, the game is yet to happen. So That's what I think. But yeah, we're gonna take a little break and we're gonna come back and we're going to discuss a little bit more about the Super Bowl and the awards. It's coming up tomorrow night, the NFL honors. So we'll be right back.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, I'm Becca Bittner, the host of Iona University's news show, Good Morning Gales. My co-host, Nick Waltieri, and I cover everything that's going on here at Gale Nation. We give you all the buzzing campus news you need to know before your first cup of coffee every Friday morning. Make sure to check out our morning show, along with our sports show, Gale Zone, on our IUTV Instagram and YouTube. With hosts Cam Woolley and Chris Solaro, you'll get sports updates from the Hines Athletic Center to the big leagues. See you there, and as always, go Gales. Now, back to WIUR.
Welcome back. So, Colin, you said you wanted to touch on what I said there.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that last point there. I think that Seattle is definitely the team that will string together some big plays in this game, and they will have those big, huge, crazy plays that are like highlights. I think the Patriots are going to have maybe one, maybe two in the whole game. They're not going to have. They're going to have very small progression-wise, slowly down the field. I don't think they're going to have any like 40-yard crazy reception from Diggs. Like maybe one to Booty, but like that's all I see happening. I think.
I agree.
The offense is definitely run at a different pace. I think the Seahawks are, like you said, definitely more faster and high pace offense. And
JSN could just slip out and he could just get a 60-yard bomb. Like that's how crazy he is.
I mean, Diggs has it in him too, but I mean, I think Jason's been doing it all year, so it's easy to go with him.
Diggs is a little bit washed up.
At this point,
he's old. He's gone through a couple teams now.
Yeah,
he's not the man he once was in like Buffalo,
like Minnesota Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots do have to stick to their identity, though. They have to stick to their game. They don't need to try to keep up with the Seahawks. If the Seahawks have a huge first drive play where it's like a 70-yard run from Walker and then a touchdown pass to JSN. Just come out, keep it calm, and as you said, slow and methodical, and relaxing, and ease the viewers at home. Now I'm going to ask the important question: who wins the coin toss?
I'm gonna go Pats.
I mean, yeah, sure, the Pats, and they'll defer. 100%, they'll defer.
Oh yeah, I mean, everyone.
It's a
defers.
classic Patriots.
Pretty much, I think everyone usually defers anyway.
I'm going to go on a huge limb and say the Seahawks win the toss, guys.
I mean,
huge.
Doesn't really
I
matter.
mean, you got a 50% chance.
50%.
Gatorade color
Gatorade
at the end of the game.
Purple.
Red.
Purple. Interesting.
I think it's gonna be like
I'm
more of a
gonna go with
generic
blue,
color.
I'm not a
Blue. I don't
Gatorade
know.
enthusiast.
I'm gonna go red.
Yeah. All right. Well, Super Bowl is going to be fun. Obviously, not sure where you're going to tune in from, but obviously there's a lot of great places to tune into the Super Bowl from. Could be your living room couch. Could be your dorm room. That'd probably be the case for me. Anyways, we're going to move on to the NFL honors, the awards. It's tomorrow night. I don't know what station it's on, but I'm sure you can find it. But basically, there's MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, and the Assistant Coach of the Year. I'm going to name the finalists for all of them right now, and then we'll get into our picks. So the MVP finalist, Josh Allen, he is the quarterback for the Bills. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback for the Jags. Drake May, quarterback for the Pats. Christian McCaffrey, not a quarterback, running back for the Niners. And then Stafford, quarterback for the Rams. So as I mentioned, CMC, McCaffrey, only player that's not a quarterback in that finalist list. And then down to the Defensive Player of the Year, Will Anderson Jr. from the Texans, Nick Bonito from the Broncos, Myles Garrett from the Browns, Aiden Hutchinson from the Lions, Micah Parsons from the Packers. Off to the Offensive Player of the Year, Drake May, of course, from the Patriots, CMC, Niners, Puka Nacua from the Rams, Bijan Robinson from the Falcons, and JSN, as we mentioned, from the Seahawks. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jackson Dart from the Giants, Emeka Ibuka from the Buccaneers. Interesting name and interesting season for him. Henderson from the Pats, of course. McMillan from the Panthers. We mentioned him a little bit last week. And Tyler Shuck from the Saints. And then the Defensive Rookie of the Year, Abdul Carter from the Giants. Nick Emenwari from the Seahawks. James Pierce Jr. from the Falcons. Carson Schwesinger from the Browns. Xavier Watts from the Falcons. Comeback Player of the Year, Stephon Diggs from the Pats, Aiden Hutchinson from the Lions, Trevor Lawrence from the Jags, Christian McCaffrey from the Niners, Dak Prescott from the Cowboys, and then the coach of the year, Liam Cohen, he's Jags coach, Ben Johnson, Bears coach, Mike McDonald, Seahawks coach, Kyle Shanahan, Niners coach, Mike Vrabel, Pats coach. And then the assistant coach of the year, the final one, almost done, no worry. Vic Fangio from the Eagles, Brian Flores from the Vikings, Vance Joseph from the Broncos, Clint Kubiak from the Seahawks, Josh McDaniels from the Pats. There you go. A lot of talking. But let's start with the MVP. Colin, Adam, who do you think is winning it? Who do you think and who do you want?
I think Stafford's gonna win. I really don't care who wins it. But I think Stafford deserves it more, considering his age and just sort of a bounce back year. I'm going with him. I think he had a better overall year than Drake May.
Yeah, I mean, well, the stats say they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Like they're very, very similar. I mean, Stafford has more touchdowns, and I mean, I guess you could take into the fact that the offense is better. They have Devontae Adams and
Puka.
Yeah, two pretty good receivers. Then I mean, the Patriots don't have as many, but when you look at the schedule, I know that's like the whole thing that all the Patriots fans hate. Oh, the schedule. But like they're equally good, and one has more touchdowns. So I mean, I'm going with Stafford.
And I think the MVP is a team award. So obviously the receivers help Stafford shine, and sometimes that's just what it comes down to. It's not always an individual effort.
Yeah, the only thing for me, obviously, you talk MVP is most valuable player, and like most valuable player to your team. If you take this player off of this team, how do they do? And me personally, I think it's actually a pretty similar boat. I think they both still do pretty good. I think I would say the Rams maybe do a little bit better, but ultimately you never know how the execution is and the chemistry is. Stafford's a great quarterback, and like Puka, Adams, amazing wide receivers that just help him out. I definitely think Stafford will win it. I'm fine with any of the players. May would be an awesome story, obviously, second year winning MVP. But yeah, I'm going to pick Stafford. We're all on Stafford. They're on to the defensive player of the year.
I mean, it's got to be Miles Garrett.
Miles
He
Garrett.
broke the sack.
Yeah.
record.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's really all it is.
it's simple as that.
He also plays
there's no
for the
argument
Browns.
for that.
He's a dog.
Yeah, he also plays for the Browns. It's not easy playing for the
yeah,
Browns.
the Browns.
Got
are-
to give some benefit of the
Ooh.
doubt there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Offensive player of the year. I
This
think
was
this
also
is-
obvious.
JSN.
I would say it's an interesting one.
Interesting one, really, because I think it's obvious that it's
Yeah.
JSN.
So-
I mean,
Obvious as
Yeah,
JSN.
I think it's obvious.
I would agree. I think CMC, Puka, and JSN would be the three for me. I think JSN takes the leap a little more. As you said, best receiver in the league. I completely agree. But every player on this list had an explosive year that I would say no one expected. Like for the way, maybe except for Puka, but no one expected May. No one expected CMC to have the years that they had, especially with CMC with his injuries. But obviously, JSN, an incredible season, and definitely going to pick him. We're all on the JSN train for that.
2 for 2.
3 for 3.
Oh yeah, 3.
Defensive player.
Yeah.
You were Garrett, right?
Yeah.
Off to the offensive rookie of the year.
I mean, I'm going with McMillan. I don't want it to be McMillan. I wish it was Jackson Dart, obviously, being a Giants fan, but I don't think it's going to be Jackson Dart, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I'd have to agree.
I agree
McMillan.
as well. I think McMillan's gonna win it. I would like
Yeah.
to see Dart win it though, but I just think McMillan has had the better year.
Yeah,
Honestly,
and-
the surprise to me is how close people are rating Tyler Show to Jackson Dart. I think Dart is, I mean, a little bit of bias coming from a Giants fan, but I think Dart's definitely a couple steps ahead of Show.
100%.
And I think Harbaugh and just how the Giants are going to be next year, his game's just going to elevate to a whole nother level. I mean, we saw how good he was this year. Definitely, I think his potential has just gone up with the coaching hire.
It's
Yeah,
the
and-
most promising the Giants team has
Yeah.
looked in
in a long
a
time,
good 10
especially
years. It's the most excited I've been since Odell.
Yeah,
100%.
with the the injuries and the players that are coming back next year, Scatterbo, Neighbors, and stuff.
Mhm.
Just going to make it even better for Dart. And also in the future, like the Bryce Young McMillan connection, I think it could go a long way.
Bryce Young's a lot better than people thought.
Really, truly.
I was saying it last
Really
year. He's
happy
a
for
lot
him.
better
Yeah.
than people thought. Same thing with Caleb Williams. I was like, he was on interesting team last year, and this year he shined, and a lot of people saw it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good player.
Yeah. Now defensive rookie of the year. Who we got for this one?
I got the safety from the Seahawks, Emanwari. Nick Emanwari.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Carson Schwarzenegger.
Is this the first one where we have
Yeah,
different
it's a
differentiating?
I mean,
opinion.
I have Singer as well. 2 Browns. We got defensive player of the year and defensive rookie of the year. All defense. We need the Browns to do more than that. But yeah, got to give them the
They
as I
need
said
their
earlier,
quarterback
Got to
first.
give
yeah.
the benefit of the doubt to anyone who plays for the Browns, guys. It's tough world we live in. Comeback player of the year. I
CMC.
really
CMC.
100%.
CMC.
CMC.
100%, but I think there's a lot of ones that you can make a case for, like Trevor Lawrence. I would 100% think you can make a case for him because last year was just like kind of a brutally like mid decent year, and this year just way better and so many impressive wins from that team, and I think that team has
I mean, in a
great
way,
future.
I expected CMC to come back and be good. I didn't expect Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars to be as good as they were. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
in a way, I kind of agree with you, but
100%.
CMC is going to get it for sure.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, for me, I was kind of expecting CMC to have a similar season. Where obviously he's a great player and he has great games, but I was expecting him to probably get injured again, but he didn't, and he had an unbelievable season.
Yeah.
And
Stayed healthy.
Stayed
And
healthy
I-
the whole year.
yeah, whole
Had him in
year.
fantasy. It was great.
I passed him up because I thought he was going to get injured, and that still haunts me to this day. But we're all CMC trained for that one.
Yeah.
And now I think the closest one, coach of the year.
This is close to you?
I would say this is the closest one.
I don't
wanna
think it's
hear
all that
yours first.
close,
I want
yeah.
to hear yours
You want to
first.
hear mine first? Well, Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
100%.
Who's your
I'd
second?
Mike Vrabel.
Who's your second?
I say my second is still, it's so bunched up. Like Vrabel takes it closely. He's an amazing coach with so many young guys and veteran guys. And obviously he's been an amazing coach all his career leading the team. Of course, we talk about the cupcake schedule and stuff. But I think there's a lot of great coaches, especially like you're talking about Ben Johnson, first year, and he makes the Bears do that. But Ben Johnson also makes a lot of really weird decisions.
Yeah.
And
I
especially in
mean-
the playoff, like the Packers game, if they lost that, I would have put it all on Ben Johnson. All those 4th down when he was going for
Yeah.
it.
He was under the
like
Lions and
Dan
I mean,
Campbell.
Dan Campbell's a maniac of a coach. I mean, I have Mike Vrabel too. I mean,
Yeah. And I mean, like Mike McDonald, Kyle Shanahan, and Liam Cohen, they're all
All good
coaches to
options.
teams who just like elevated in the way that at least I didn't expect them to.
and I mean, a lot of coaches got fired or left their teams this year. A lot
lot.
of teams got rid of their coaches.
Yeah. But I'm definitely picking Vrabel. And are you guys?
Yeah, I got
I mean, I
Vrabel
got
too.
Vrabel. Yeah.
I got Vrabel.
100%. I think it is close though. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes a different direction than Vrabel, but
I mean, I think that from what he did, bringing them to where they are this year, I mean, we could talk about the schedule, but just where they were last year, I mean,
4
I
and
think,
13.
yeah,
to
like,
13
Yeah.
and 4.
and I don't
mean,
think they
that's
have
crazy.
that like the talent on that roster. It's obviously there, but I don't think it's a Super Bowl talent. Like,
It's that I was gonna say earlier, if that Patriots team is in the NFC, just in that side of the playoffs, they are losing to every team except for the Packers and probably the Panthers.
but like the whole year, I was looking for a fall off from them. Like, I was just banking on a fall off. I'm like, they're gonna fall off. Like, they're not gonna like go to the Super Bowl, go to the AFC
Yeah.
Championship, whatever. But
I
you know,
agree.
they just kept winning,
I
and that's
mean,
all you can do is just
you
beat the
gotta-
opponents in front of you. Like,
exactly play who's in front of you. And obviously they earned, they were the 2 seed. They earned, obviously a game against a 7 seed and such. Now up to the assistant coach of the year. I'm gonna go with Clint Kubiak, Seahawks offensive coordinator. We talked about how great their offense is, and there's a reason why. 100%.
yeah, the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
I feel like it's
We're
pretty
very-
well.
We're
it's
very
well agreed
united.
all
Yeah,
around. you
Very
know?
united on this one. There's only like one where we were differentiated.
That wouldn't go either way. Like,
Yeah.
you could probably.
Who knows? Who
Change my
knows?
mind.
We'll see.
100%.
We'll see tomorrow.
Well, there's the awards. When we come back, we're doing our fun segment. We're blind ranking. Well, they're blind ranking Super Bowl games from like relatively recently. So that's when we come back. Stay tuned.
Untouchable, unstoppable.
This is WIUR Sports Radio.
Hi, I'm Robbie Basil, president of WIUR Radio, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. Have you ever wanted to call the biggest games, the biggest moments for the biggest names for Iona Athletics? Then the newly founded WIUR Sports Radio is the place to be. Launched in January of 2025, our goal is to try and get broadcasters here at Iona an opportunity to learn, succeed, and get a chance to be on air. From getting to call the big moments at the Hack,
Dinkins trying to go to the rack. Denied. Yafet Mundi with
to seeing the crack of the bat at City Park.
the line drive into left field, around third, and it kicks away. The Gales are going to win it in 10.
We make those moments happen on our brand new WIUR sports radio platform on Mixer. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to me via email or to the rest of my e-board to join the club. We are WIUR Sports Radio, the new home of Iona Athletics. Now, back to the show on WIUR, Iona University Radio.
Long song again there. So we're doing our fun segment of the week. As I mentioned last week, we do a different one each week. And this week we got to obviously make it NFL related again because the NFL season's coming to an end. And since the Super Bowl is this Sunday, I'm going to give Adam and Colin 5 Super Bowls, one at a time, to blind rank, so they won't know what's coming next. It's Super Bowl matchups relatively recently. I think all of them are past 2010s or something. But obviously, because I wanted to make it like, we were conscious for the,
Yeah.
it's like,
Not like a Super Bowl 4. and
yeah,
it's
not like the
random.
1970s or something.
I
But
know the
let's
last time
start.
the Jets won Super Bowl 3.
All right, let's start with the 2013 Super Bowl between the Ravens and the Niners. The Ravens won 34-31. That was the year the lights went out and the Ravens caved off a huge Niners
controversial
comeback.
one, but that's a good one. It's controversial.
Yeah.
Was that, the one the
I think I'm
In the
gonna.
end
I think that's a good 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's a
good,
three.
good 3 right there because
Yeah.
A
it's
safe
it's
3.
definitely a really good game, but it's also a controversial game. So I would say a good 3.
All right, that's valid. All right. Up next, we'll go with a very recent one, the 2023 Chiefs versus Eagles, where the Chiefs won 38-35. Another controversial one for you.
Definitely not as controversial, but I mean,
I mean, the holding.
It was the
call.
McCole Hardman, was it?
Yeah.
No, that was the holding call in the end zone.
Yeah. No, but
Where they got
who's
the-
the receiver that was it?
McCall Hartman, I
It
think.
was
Yeah,
Hardman,
yeah. I believe so.
Yeah. I mean, I
It's
enjoyed
definitely-
that one.
It's
but
never.
it was-
It was an
close
offensive
game.
shootout.
Way
for
better
sure.
than last year's KC
Oh, yeah, way
versus
better.
Philly game. That was in my opinion, a terrible one. I
Yeah.
mean, the Chiefs stat pad at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would say honestly, I don't know 4.
Yeah, I mean-
feel like there's some big hitters coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was
'Cause
thinking 4
There's some
too.
good Super Bowls.
You could put this one at 2, but I mean,
and I think that Ravens Saints one is actually a better game. I still think
Ravens
it's a better
Niners.
game. Oh yeah.
yeah.
So
All right. Up next, the 2016 Super Bowl between the Panthers and the Broncos.
Panthers Broncos game. I actually really like that Super Bowl.
Yeah, that
It's
was
a very nostalgic one. to
Super Bowl
me.
50, was it, right?
The
Yeah,
halftime
yeah.
show. was great.
Von
Football.
Miller had a great game.
That's
I
true.
love Von Miller. He's one of my favorite players, defensive.
Yeah, and Peyton Manning last year getting the Super Bowl.
I think I gotta put that one at 2. It's a nostalgic
was-
one. It's not maybe as good of a game, but I mean,
I like to seeing Peyton Manning winning one.
yeah.
So-
And then he went out. You
Yeah,
know,
it
it was like fairy tale ending for.
I don't want to put that one last. So
Yeah,
know.
definitely not last. I mean, I feel like we messed up already, but it's fine. I mean,
All right. Now, of
I
course,
feel like we're gonna have a huge one here.
we have to have the Pats Seahawks from 2015, where the Patriots won 28-24, intercepted
At the goal
at
line.
the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
So we obviously
5 and
gotta,
1 are
we
open, right?
obviously got to put this at 1 because I think this is, if not the greatest Super Bowl
yeah,
of all time, in my opinion. I mean, the argument could be the Atlanta Falcons game, and I feel like he's going to throw that one at 5
yeah,
for
I think-
us.
yeah.
But in my opinion, that Super Bowl is actually not that great. It's a great game. It's an
you were
amazing game.
talking about this the other day.
But I think it is a one-sided game and then another one-sided game. It wasn't a full great game. That
Mhm.
Seahawks Patriots Bowl, 100%.
Yeah, that was a
fully
great
great
game.
game.
Yeah, and I would say like
And one of the most controversial decisions, like
Yeah, I
in,
mean,
in all of
Marshawn
sports.
Marshawn
like,
Lynch, one of the
I mean,
greatest running
I
backs
still
we've
know how
had
you
in the
don't
last
run the
20
ball.
years, and they are not giving it to him. Like,
Yeah,
are
I
you
would
kidding
say
me?
I would say
We're
like
putting that at 1, right?
yeah, man.
agreeing
put
with
it-
number one. I say everyone remembers like that play that Super Bowl is known for its ending. The game was amazing, and people don't even like remember the curse catch like right before.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
off the
Like,
leg.
yeah,
and then
off
he-
the leg.
incredible.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
What you know about Chris Matthews too? Anything?
not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Same, but he had a great Super Bowl that year. So they put it at number one. The
They're gonna
number
mess with us.
5 spot is open.
Let's
And
see.
you guys
2018.
made
We
a
messed it up.
very great decision
Oh,
because
great
the last
decision.
one is the 2019 Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Rams.
Hallelujah.
And I was
We did it.
hoping-
we
I,
did
I
it.
think that's a
throw-
solid list.
I was hoping to throw a curveball.
That is
at
definitely
y'all,
my last. on
Yeah,
that
but
list.
you
There's
didn't
not many Super Bowls that are worse than that one.
get-
Yeah, I
think
like.
it's the worst
I think
Super
I
Bowl I've
walked
ever
like
seen.
at halftime. I left. I ate a bunch of food and I didn't come back until like
He's like, "Oh, is the game
the end of
over?"
the third quarter.
I
remember.
mean, the only ones that I can think of that I've watched was the Seahawks Broncos one.
That was a brutal one.
And I mean, it's brutal, but it
Yeah.
was crazy because that was statistically the best offense the Broncos had, and the
Yeah.
Legion of Boom, they boomed them. I mean, they really did.
I like that
well,
list though. That's a
great-
good
that was
list.
actually-
It's
that's a
actually,
really
I
good
think,
list.
almost perfect list.
Yeah. I
maybe,
would
maybe
probably
3 and
just,
4
like,
can be
4, 3, and
swapped.
4.
Maybe the Panthers
I'd
one
probably
could go
put
down.
Panthers Broncos like
I
at
think
4.
I like that
probably.
one. That one's nostalgic to me.
Yeah, come on, Peyton Manning. Like,
Yeah.
Cam Newton, he was so influential. The dab,
who was the halftime show for that one?
Superman.
For the Panthers Broncos.
Yeah,
Ooh, I do not
Coldplay and then he brought on Bruno Mars.
Coldplay.
and
Coldplay.
Beyonce.
That's good.
Coldplay
for
is
it.
a goat.
Yeah,
I could care less about the halftime show. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
mean, me too. But like, especially this year. But I mean,
I mean,
We're not- we're not
gonna
get to that.
Bunny might put on a show. It might
Maybe,
be
I
bad,
think it's
who
gonna be
knows?
fantastic, but we'll see.
all right.
But basically,
I mean, that's the game within the game. That's for the people who don't really care about the,
the game
so.
within the game. That's a good way to put it.
Commercials too. You know.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go straight into our next segment. No commercials here. Wait for Sunday for the Super Bowl commercials. So we're gonna do the UFC next. Now these two love the UFC. I watched it for the first time on Saturday night. It was
Let's get your opinion
something.
first on what
Oh,
you've
my
seen.
Yeah, you
were watching that
Honestly, let's
fight.
get your opinion.
sure.
You had a front
Um,
row seat in my room for that fight.
I did. So I'm gonna talk about the last one. What's how you say his name?
Volkanovski.
Alexander Volkanovski.
Alexander Volkanovski.
The goat of featherweight, by the way.
The goat of featherweight.
Mhm.
That's right. I knew that. Yeah. And Diego Lopez spelled Lopes for some reason. That's Lopes. But Diego Lopez, look him up. Crazy hair, beautiful hair. Wish I had his hair. But Alexander Volkanovski, you know, he punching him and kicking him and everything. He beat him. He looked
It was
great.
definitely
Yeah.
a
He
more
gave him s-
convincing win than the first.
Definitely.
one.
He
The
gave him
first
a
one
couple
was a
first
piggyback
one, yeah.
rides.
First was a better fight.
Yeah, but you guys know the stuff. So let's hear.
I
your
mean,
opinion.
first I want to touch on the big news in the UFC just yesterday or today. I don't know when it happened, but Shavkat Rakhmonov
Yeah.
removed from the welterweight rankings.
That oblique kick from Ian Gary looks
I
like
mean,
it.
he re-injured his knee. He's done now. I mean, that's in my opinion right now the most like just entertaining division.
Yeah,
And he was going to be one of the fighters contending. I think I want to see Michael Morales fight Islam, but I think it's going to be Usman because they
yeah. I think Usman and Makachev is the fight to
they
make.
they,
in
they
welterweight.
mentioned that was going to be a White House fight. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think the lightweight division is so good.
It's so fun.
It's so
fun.
entertaining. the
so
lightweight.
good.
I can't wait for Ilya Topuria to come back. I mean,
So I want to ask, what's next for Volk?
Volk. I mean, he's going to defend the belt. I mean,
Okay.
it's whoever they give him.
I think he's got one. He needs to do 1-2 more fights, maybe, because he wants to, and then retire. He's gonna fight the winner of Murphy Evolov. I think that's how
Yeah.
you say his name. That fight was just booked. He's definitely gonna fight the winner of that.
winner of that for sure.
And I say, if he wins, I want to see him fight a Jean Silva or Yair Rodriguez next. Or if
That's my
he-
favorite player.
Or if he loses, this is a interesting one. I want to see him fight like an old vet, and I want to see him fight Max Holloway for the 4th time. That would be so fun.
that
what
might be a
happens-
I
stretch.
think
Yeah.
Holloway gets his win this time. If they do fight again, I think.
Oh,
Holloway
I
gets
think
his
Holloway-
win.
Is it
Holloway is much
Holloway
better fighter right now
has
than
one
he is.
person won the first 3?
So Volk has won They have
The
fought
first
three
three
times at
times.
featherweight,
Holloway.
and he has won
He's
every
won it.
time.
Yeah, every single
Well,
one.
that's my guy right there. Well,
I mean, Max Holloway's looked insane though in like his last few fights,
Oliveira,
except for
Max
Ilya.
Holloway.
But Ilya's like on another level. I mean, Ilya, the run Ilya Topuria is on is incredible.
Ilya knocks out anybody in
Like-
lightweight, maybe except for Arman. I don't like Arman.
You knock out. I mean, and they were all like brutal knockouts. Like it's not.
He's gonna sleep Gaethje. They're gonna fight at the White House. He's gonna sleep.
I think that's going to be a great fight, but I think he's going to knock out Gaethje.
I mean, you could see it like.
I mean, even Patty. I think it was like round 3. Patty was. Yeah, he was landing some big shots on.
Patty had
on
a
Gaethje.
good fight, but he just I think he's.
I
not-
didn't like the game plan.
I didn't like his game plan either. I
Yeah.
think if he took him down, he would have won the fight
Definitely.
100%, but he didn't. He was striking him and he lost.
And
He
the
lost
first
because of
round, I
that.
think, definitely affected him. I think he got rocked in that first round, and it just from there, Gaethje just dictated the fight. But I would definitely wanted to see Patty.
Intern
uh,
championship for the second time.
Yeah,
He can't get the belt. He only can get the intern.
yeah.
It sucks for him.
He cares more about this interim though than the last one. Last
Yeah,
time
definitely.
he threw it on the octagon canvas. But yeah, I wanted Patty to take down Gaethje. I mean, that was what he did against Chandler. You know, he hurt him, went straight for the takedown, and then just the 12-6 elbows. And
I think his game plan was maybe to try to outstrike him to show Ilya that he was more of a like just a bad person. Like he could he could do that. Like he could strike. But I mean, Ilya is just an elite.
I love
striker.
Patty. I mean, he's probably one of my like most favorite fighters in the UFC.
He's
but
entertaining. He's
Ilya
entertaining.
sleeps him. Like I think if they ever fought,
I don't know if he sleeps him after that fight. I think he has the best chance out of anybody, but I mean, the Scouser did not.
Patty's
get knocked
big
out.
though
He
for a
did not get
lightweight.
knocked out.
Patty, I think the size difference between him and Ilya is like tremendous. Like Gaethje's a decently like sized lightweight too, but Patty and Ilya would definitely be interesting to see in the octagon. That press conference too would be absolutely electric.
I
We s-
think the last thing I want to touch on is this weekend we have Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira.
it's a great
And
matchup.
I absolutely hate Mario Bautista. I think most people do.
Dude, I love him.
he has very controversial fights. Not a lot of people like him. He actually has a bounty on his head, a fake bounty, but it's like a lot of people don't want to see him win. Oliveira has a good chance of knocking him out. He has 16 wins by knockout, 14 in the first round. So I think he's going to get slept, and that's going to be fun to watch for me
yeah.
because I do not like
What do we think about the bantamweight division? That's definitely interesting. What's going on there?
Very interesting. I mean,
I think
I think
Marab
Peter Yan's
and
just so
Piotr Yan
good.
run it back.
Yeah, but I think Peter Yan is just so
Do
good.
you think O'Malley has another fight, or do you think he's just going to wait it out? And
I don't know because I mean I could see O'Malley beating Pierre Yan, but I cannot see him beating Umar or Marab.
I think if O'Malley has to fight Umar next, it's going to be really difficult for him. I don't like how he matches up against these
Umar
grapplers.
looked a little weak though. Like Umar looks.
I
Like,
mean,
looked really
O'Malley can sleep anyone, but I don't know. I think Umar, like, I think he would beat O'Malley. I mean, Song Yadong. I
Peyton
mean,
Talbot, he's coming.
Peyton
up.
Talbot too. That would be.
I think
that'd be a good
that's
fight.
a fun fight to make eventually. I think Peyton Talbot's got to get one more fight in him, a win, obviously, and then O'Malley fight
Yeah.
O'Malley. That's a great.
that would be
fight.
a huge
It's a
fight.
little fan favorite fight, I think.
Yeah,
Great. Well,
I think that's it.
That's,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
thank
we're
you,
good.
thank
we'll
you.
have more next week,
Thank you,
obviously.
thank you. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna go straight into the next one because why not? We're gonna do a little puck now. Now Colin's
This is
not.
where I take mine.
He's out of here. Now it's my time to shine. So, obviously, puck is NHL, and I talked about the Devils, and we talked about the Devils and Rangers last week, how they suck. So we're not going to talk about that this week because they still suck.
Devils shut
Um,
out last night by the Blue Jackets.
Yep, you're right. Well, at least you looked that up. We're going to talk about the Stadium Series game, which was on Sunday night. It was probably one of the best outdoor games in NHL history. If you don't know what the Stadium Series is, it's basically a hockey game that's played in a football stadium, and it happens once a year. The Devils and Rangers had one at MetLife Stadium in 2024, and they both actually won their respective ones. Devils beat the Flyers, Rangers beat the Islanders.
That was the
So
greatest game. Just wanted to
one
chime
of the
in. That
greatest
was the
games.
Rangers
it's
Islanders game.
competing
I
with
was
the one
there.
from Sunday. You were there?
I was there.
I didn't know that.
By far the most entertaining game I've ever watched live.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
I
insane.
mean, I can't even hate on it. But Sunday night, the Boston Bruins took on the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa, of course. And it was an amazing game. It didn't look like it was going to be an amazing game, but it started off hot. Brandon Hagel scored 11 seconds into the game. Now, if you don't know much about hockey, that's insanely
Pretty hard
fast.
to do.
That's right,
Pretty hard
Colin.
to
That's
do.
right, Colin. Now
Well,
it's
I have a little bit of knowledge, a
it's-
little bit.
It's very
Who do you pull
difficult to
for?
score.
Don't-
Like
don't discredit me. I mean, I guess I don't really have a hockey team, but my family mostly is Islanders fans. So I would say an Islanders fan.
Not
or
Bruins.
I
Maybe
thought it
a
would be
Bruins.
From
I am
Mass?
from Massachusetts, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not any New England
Not New
fan.
England
So
fan.
I would pull for more the Islanders.
yeah. Well,
They're doing
started
better than any of the other New York teams.
so basically Hagel scores 11 seconds in for the Lightning. Crowd's going nuts. It's very difficult to score like any faster than that. It's probably only realistic to score at most like 5 seconds faster than that. Fastest goal, obviously, in an outdoor game history. But after that, the Bruins score 5 unanswered into the second period.
Morgan
Um,
Geeky.
Yeah, Morgan Geeky had a fantastic game. And then ultimately, the big turning point, my roommate loves these, a goalie fight. It happened in the outdoor game.
I did
yeah.
not know
You gotta
that.
watch that,
Obviously,
dude.
I don't
Yeah,
know
it
this. I
was
don't pay
between
attention.
Swayman, Vasilevsky.
Swayman and Vasilevsky. It was when it was 5-2. Lightning and got
A
one
little
back.
bit of stick smashing on the ice, or like
Yeah, then the helmet comes
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Loves like Swayman's like, you got to take the
Definitely getting the
helmet off."
crowd going for
I
that
think
one.
that's,
Yeah.
that's one of the most. I've gone to a Bruins game before, and I did see a fight, and that's fun to see.
They're
That's
rare,
always
yeah.
fun to see.
I've been
and
to
The
I've-
fights
I've-
are rare, but
yeah,
goalie
I've only
fights
seen
are
one at the
rare.
Stadium
games
Series. I saw the
games
fight,
I've gone
Rempe.
to are
Yeah, that's right.
pretty crazy. I'm going to touch real quick on the NBA, but the one Celtics game I've ever been to was Devin Booker's 70-point game.
Oh, that's
That
crazy.
is the only
That's
ever
really
basketball game professionally I have been to, and it was a crazy game.
It's
Celtics
like,
still
I'm
won that
done
game, too.
going. It's like, can't get better than that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But it was 5-2 at the time of the goalie fight, and Lightning used it as a spark. Ultimately, they got 3 power play goals in the second period and took advantage of the man advantage, as they call it. So cut it to 5-4 going to the third. They tied with about like 8 minutes left. They actually tied it right as I tuned into the third period. So I was the good luck charm for the Lightning. They tied it at 5, head to overtime, which is always electric. They do 3-on-3 in hockey, a lot of open ice. And overtime, there was a funny play early. The Bruins, Lightning lost the puck. Bruins appeared to have a 2-on-1, and they scored. David Pastrnak scored, but the ref says, no. He whistled it dead. It just, no one could hear when he whistled it
Was
dead.
that a penalty on?
Yeah, it was a penalty on Pastrnak for a slash. And so it should have been like, obviously, it's very loud. In the replay, you can hear the ref from like all the way down the
Yeah.
ice whistling, to stop the play. And so the play should have obviously stopped a long time ago, but the Bruins thought they had it won for a second, but they didn't. And Lightning did not score on that power play. They had another power play chance with only 24 seconds left in the game, but were unable to capitalize on that. Went to a shootout, which I thought was very fitting, went the distance. And in the top of the third, Jake Gensel pots the shootout winning goal. Ultimately, David Pastrnak had a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the third
At
round,
the post.
hit the post. And that was the game. Best comeback in Lightning history, I believe, in outdoor game history.
The outdoor games are always great, especially
Yeah.
for not just only for the NHL, but for the fans. And we've gotten lucky seeing some really great games over the past few years. So
I mean, they probably play better. They want to put on a show. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a special game.
yeah,
100%. Yeah. And so 6-5 final, amazing game. And nothing much more to say about that. As I mentioned earlier, Devils Rangers both still suck, but there is
We
some
gotta-
Rangers
yeah,
news.
we got to touch on that.
Artemi Panarin traded to the Kings for virtually nothing. How
Yeah.
do you feel, Adam?
I mean, I love Panarin. I mean, he was definitely my favorite player with the Rangers. I mean, I remember he came, I think, when I was in middle school, and now I've seen college. He's been with the Rangers for a while. He's had some great moments. I mean, there's been times too where he struggled in the playoffs, but overall, he was a great Ranger. Obviously, he had that no move clause, so it was sort of hard for the Rangers to get a deal done with him. But I mean, I don't love it. I mean, obviously, I wanted Panarin to stay, and I think he's signing like a 2-year extension with the Kings for
Mhm.
like $11 million a year. I mean, I just don't understand. We freed up all that cap space, and I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why we can't re-sign him. And the return we got for him is just so underwhelming. I mean, we knew we weren't going to get a great return, but we gave him away for free, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Like-
brutal times, dark days to be Rangers and Devils fan. Now we'll move on to save Colin. We'll move on to some baseball now. I don't, but yeah. last week we touched a lot about the offseason. There has been like one or two moves. Suarez
went back to the Reds.
went to the Reds. He was on the Mariners. Had that big moment in Game 5 of the ALCS against the Blue Jays with the go ahead. Ended up being game-winning grand slam. So that's a big move. But Adam wants to talk about the frustrations of the Yankees.
I mean, at this point, like it's set in stone. They're running it back. Like
Same roster.
like we thought, or at least I thought like a few weeks ago. I'm like, all right, maybe we'll get another addition to this team.
Potentially.
But no, we got a guy with a 7 ERA from the Rockies, and like they're just running it back. I mean, they love the team. Aaron Boone, he was on the fan like the other day, and he was saying like, we love this team. They're hungry. They're a hungry group. Coming up, they were together last year. Blah blah blah. The loss hurt them. They're a group that wants to get back together and win. But like, you weren't hungry coming off of the World Series. Like all those other years, like
all you
hungry
need is
coming
Soto
from-
back, and you got the whole team.
Like it's
basically.
just, I don't know.
Brutal.
Like it's just the same thing with the Yankees. It's just the management will tell you one thing and they just perform, another way. But
I mean, at least they're a decently good New York team. At least
I mean, you got-
something to
got
kind of
enough
look
to,
forward
like,
to.
Get to the
I
playoffs.
don't know.
every
Yeah.
year.
I mean, obviously, it's a different team. Like they're running it back, but the pitching is definitely going to be different. They're healthy. I mean, not to start the year, but Garrett Cole's coming back. We're going to get a full season, like we said last week with Cam Schlittler. The bullpen, no more Devin Williams.
Thank goodness.
Luke Weaver's gone. So now we have David Bednar, who is we're going to have a full season of him. He's going to help the back half of that bullpen. And last year, if Devin Williams just blew one less game, they might win that division.
I mean, maybe
basically.
if they can beat the Red Sox, like
We
They
beat
were-
we
they
beat
were
him in the playoffs though.
They
So
tripped
like
tonight,
we beat
yeah,
him when
I
it
know.
mattered.
Yeah, in the regular season we terrible. against them in
But
the
we beat them in the
regular
playoffs.
season, but
So
beat them in the playoffs.
I'll lose to them in the regular season and beat them in the playoffs 100 times out of 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every game in the regular
course
season
you-
lose it, but
But,
when you lose the playoffs,
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it plays out with the Yankees. Obviously, they were the best offense in baseball last year, but it changes every year. I mean, like it's you can't just say, "Oh, we had the best offense in baseball last year. We're going to replicate that." Like, no, the league changes, teams get better, prospects come up, injuries occur. Like I don't know. I'm fine with it. Obviously, I prefer them to improve the team a little bit better, but if they want to run it back and the guys really believe, the management and the team, believe that that's their best option going forward, all we can do as fans is just root for them. So
that's what we can do. That's our participation to the team. But yeah, that's the situation with the Yankees. We're running low on time, so we're gonna continue to speed run through this. We're just gonna give a little recap of the sports here over the last week: the men's basketball and the women's basketball. For the women, they had 2 games. They played Thursday night against Merrimack on the road. They lost 87-63. They only scored 14 points in the first and 4 points in the second quarter. And so 18 points in the first, it's obviously not gonna cut it. They had a 45-point second half overall. So obviously a very huge contrasting difference. But they beat Merrimack earlier in the year here at home. And ultimately a tough loss, but they bounced back Saturday. They defeated the Manhattan Jaspers. And right now, the MAC is sort of tight. But
it's a weird division.
yeah, but right now,
Anything can happen in this division.
Fairfield and Quinnipiac are the teams to beat. They're both 18-4 overall.
I think Siena, they've won 5 in a row.
Siena's also hot. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, in my opinion, whatever matter, it just matters who is hot going into the tournament.
Yeah.
that's pretty. Yeah,
Because you could be the lowest seed, but if you're hot and you stay hot, you're gonna win your division. You're gonna go to the.
Oh,
you're
you're talking
gonna
about
go to
the
the March
women,
Madness.
Women,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying, okay, they're not Siena. Yeah, I
Siena's
was talking about
not doing well.
Yeah.
But the Quinnipiac and Fairfield right now, 18-4 overall. Quinnipiac has not lost a conference game. They're 13-0 in the conference, and they've won 13 games in a row. As for Fairfield, 18-4 overall, 12-1 in the conference. You guys want to guess who that one loss was against?
I don't know.
No. Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac.
Yeah, the two they faced off last week, or it was very recent, and Quinnipiac took him down 72-58. Ultimately, they're the teams to beat. It's incredible how good
Fairfield's,
they are.
the women of Fairfield, they've always been good.
Yeah,
Like,
they've
I think
history of
year
being
in year
very
out,
good.
they were ranked a few times. Like
Yeah,
I know they're always really good.
and they had a 13-game winning streak prior to losing that game to Quinnipiac. So Iona right now they're 7-6 in the MAC. They're 14-9 overall. They could
not bad.
see Yeah, it's the same as the men.
Similar, yeah,
basically.
similar to the men.
And so it's we could see an opportunity for them to upset one of those teams, maybe both. It'll be interesting, but they'll be in the tournament for sure. And same with the men. Men had one game since we talked about them last. They played Friday against Fairfield. It was a great game at home. They lost 71-70, late free throws. Ultimately, just a tough, just gritty game. And just
Yeah, they had their chances. Toby Harris in the corner at the end of the game tried to replicate what he did against Merrimack, hit a big three, and couldn't get it to fall. But sometimes
Yeah.
that's just how it goes. Obviously, like you said, free throws are huge. I think Sably missed 2 big ones, and if he makes those, it's a different result. So
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it happens. It's
It is what it
basketball.
is.
There's so many different factors to the game.
Fairfield, I mean, to give them a little bit of credit, they've been playing really well.
Yeah, they've been nice. They've been good. And same with the max standings in there as well. Obviously, it's bunched up a lot more for the men's. But
They got a game Thursday night.
Yeah,
Siena.
tomorrow night at Siena, and then Saturday night here at home against Mount St. Mary's. So that'll be a good one. And we're gonna finish now with our Colin Sexton segment, because why not? So obviously, we mentioned this. This is Colin Sexton. He has his jersey on. He has a Utah Jazz Colin Sexton jersey.
It's my
on.
last year jersey,
Yeah, used to be on the Jet. He got traded to the Hornets.
He'll put a different one on for the next episode.
So we'll see,
He'll
maybe.
just buy like a million Colin Sexton jerseys. But he was on the Jazz last year. He's on the Hornets this year, so obviously this is an outdated jersey. But we do want to ask you some questions, Colin, because it's been quite the eventful week for you and your team for the Charlotte Hornets right now. You guys are on a 7-game winning streak,
Feels pretty
which is
good. Feels
amazing.
pretty good.
And you have obviously been on teams that have not been winning a lot of games. And right now, how unbelievably, how amazing does it feel to finally get on a winning streak like this?
I mean, it feels good to be on a hot streak. We're still a pretty mid team, but it feels good. It feels good. I mean, definitely less playing time than last year. Only saw 12 minutes in my game the other night.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, averages are looking a little bit lower for me. But overall, it's been a good year for me. Oh, it's been pretty average, I would say.
Are you guys still obviously it's a great winning streak, but you guys still hungry?
Did
'cause
you guys?
you're getting
It
close.
says right here, Colin Sexton got traded to the Chicago Bulls 3 hours ago.
Oh my God, I'm traded. I did not know this. I gotta buy a Bulls jersey now.
Wait a minute.
What the
Is
heck?
this real? Is this
This is
true?
unbelievable. I didn't know
My
this either.
computer's dead, so
There's
I
been
can't.
a lot of trades today. I was
Wait a
I was
minute.
gonna
Yeah.
touch on that.
Wait a
AD,
minute.
AD went to the Wizards.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Harden to the Cavs.
Harden to the,
Harden
and
to
they're
the
playing to the
Cavs.
Clippers tonight, which is hilarious.
So Adam breaks the news. We got our wish.
I didn't even know myself.
We did get our wish. We got it. Well, it happened 3 hours ago.
Happened, yeah,
Hey, the
Adam
Bulls.
ago.
The Bulls is a good team. I'm happy.
But,
with
You're
that.
supposed to know
They're
this.
playing. God damn it, Colin.
Hey
Come on.
man, I should have known that. That's me.
Yeah.
That's on me.
It's well, Colin. Now you're on a different team, and they're probably one spot ahead of the Hornets or something like that. But yeah, that's crazy. Colin, how do you feel about being traded mid podcast?
mid podcast? Yeah, how do I feel?
Might be the greatest moment ever.
I mean, the Bulls, if they're just one place ahead of us. I mean,
Exactly.
it goes. I'm going from a mid team to another mid team.
You're going to a team that's one game.
You guys
ahead
play
of
the
them.
Raptors tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
First game is a bowl. Yeah, congratulations, Bulls jersey coming in.
the Bulls jersey's coming in. The Hornets jersey's
This
coming
week.
in.
It's crazy. I saw so many.
That's great.
trade
I wish I
news.
knew this.
I saw the
really
Jared
wish I knew
McCain
this.
trade.
Because I was looking at so many trades today.
Yeah, and,
I just
that's the
didn't
one
see
I
myself
missed.
getting traded.
Shout out
the one I
to
missed.
Walter Clayton, former
Yeah,
Iona
shout out to
Gale.
Walter.
He got traded to the Grizzlies.
Bang bang.
I guess I don't get to play behind LaMelo anymore.
No,
Yeah, it sucks.
Playing his shadow,
or
But-
Knipple.
But obviously you got it's business. It's business.
That's
But
really
yeah,
funny.
that's pretty electric. But yeah, that's how the show ends. There it
I mean,
is.
it's a
So-
funny end off note, I
Yeah.
guess.
So next week preview, we are going to obviously go over what happened in the Super Bowl, go over quickly who won the awards for the NFL, and we'll have similar segments to this week as well, and of course a different fun segment. We'll keep it fresh and constructive. But for this week, thank you for tuning in once again. Thank you for the support on last week's episode. We accumulated 300 views on it. So thank you very much.
massive.
And I'm Nathan Creasy, co-host Adam Peck, Colin Sexton from the Chicago Bulls now.
Yep.
We'll see you next time. Peace.
It's hilarious.